Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the page, y'all. Thank you for coming back to the page. But if you are new here, definitely like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that'll let you know when I drop another video. Today I'm just going to go over my favorite or top VSTs that I use inside of Cakewalk. Without these VSTs, I probably would not be using Cakewalk. So I'm just going to put it like that. Let's get right into it and show you what we're talking about. All right, so I did go back to my dark theme. I felt like, darkness was calling me again. So back to my dark theme. If you don't have this theme, definitely download it. Link should be in the description below. But let's get right into it. So a lot of people actually have issues actually trying to find their VSTs when they're actually in Cakewalk. So I'm just gonna go through that really quickly here. So first thing you want to do is you download Cakewalk. You go up to edit here. You go to preferences, or you can hit P on your keyboard and it'll bring up your preferences screen. All right, so once you're in preferences, you're gonna look for this option that says VST settings. So VST settings is where you'll actually find your VSTs that are actually in your computer, but you have to know where the VSTs are. It doesn't just automatically pop up inside here. So you need to know exactly where the VSTs are actually downloading. So these are all the folders that I have that I know where those VSTs are coming from. Once you're actually downloading your VSTs, it'll tell you where it's actually putting it. So you want to make sure that it's going into a file that you already know how to get there. That will be the best way to make sure that you have all your VSTs in kind of like one spot, so that you don't have to, it doesn't have to search for it every place. So then you just hit scan, it'll scan those folders, and then it'll let you know, hey, if it found anything or if it didn't find anything. All right, so let's get started. So this is what the sine player actually looks like. It's actually by Orchestral Tools. This beats per minute actually matches up with the tempo of your actual track. That gives you a performance mode. And let you show you your key switches on here, and whatever range your keys are actually in. Gives you an option for a mixer. And there's other options for key switches, and you can actually do controller maps. So let's start with the library. So layers, this is the free download. It should still be free. So if you go to Orchestral Tools and you look for layers, there should be a free download for it. And it gives you these this orchestral, the woodwinds, brass, and string. You can actually put all of these on their own setup if you want to do it that way. Wanted to do orchestral, right? So all the orchestral stuff, as you see, it has key switches on there, so you can actually switch the keys. Let's see if I can do it on my keyboard. Yep. All right, so you can switch your keys to whatever you're actually going for, and you have let's say you wanted your winds, right? So now, as you see, it created a second one. So this 2 means that I have another track that I can actually use in here. So I can use this one and this one. And if I wanted to set it to the 1 and the 2 on here, I can go to the mixer. And as you see, it says orchestral. So I have this one going out of 1 and 2. So I can change this one and make it go out of 3 and 4. Right? So now the winds is actually on this second one, and the full orchestral is on this first one. So if I go to the winds one now, really cool stuff. So it gives you those options to do that. So let's remove this, right? I'm going to remove this one. And let's go in. So let's say I wanted to actually set them up separately. I didn't want to do like the key switches on here. I just wanted to actually have each instrument separate. I can do that as well. So I can just double click and you made a 1, and you see it has a 2 here, so this means it has a second track. So first track, second track, third. All right, so I have 8 tracks here, right? So if I go to the mixer, I'll have 8 tracks. So now I can do the same thing I did. So this is out 1 and 2, so I'll leave that. I can go to the second one and go 3 and 4. All right, so let's say this 15, right? And I didn't change this tree. So the tree is what actually makes it branch out to these other players. So even if I have it set on the 15 and 16, so I'll move this over a little bit so you can kind of see. All right, so this is the 15 and 16. I'm gonna move this over as well. All right, so 15 and 16, right, is here. But it's gonna play the sound through here. It'll still play this actual instrument, but it'll play it through here. As you see, it's playing through this one, and you see the meter's actually moving here and nothing is coming out here. But if I go to this number 2, which I did change the tree to 3, it gives you that option to actually play it out through there. So this is a really good one when I'm actually doing any kind of orchestral music. I try to get dabble a little in pretty much everything. As you saw, if you did check out my car commercial, I kind of have like a couple of things that I do in there. But this is really good as a filler for me. So if I know what key I'm in and what I'm actually doing, I can go in here and just add a thickness to whatever is actually there, whether it be strings or brass or any of that. The libraries are really good. They sound really good. It's easier to kind of move and manipulate things in here. It's easy to go in your performance mode and see exactly where things are. It's easy to actually change how you want to do your key switches in here. So if you have other DAWs where you actually have like an option to do different key switches from different things, like say Studio One, you can actually do and set up your key switches in there. Really easy, really nice tool to actually have in your arsenal. I definitely suggest to get this and download it. Like I said, it is free and it's like one of my favorites. All right, and moving right along to the next one would be the BBC Orchestra, Symphony Orchestra. Really nice libraries. You can also do a 16-out track for this as well, which makes it just a really awesome plugin to actually use and kind of set up. I usually like to have mine set up to where I don't have to actually use the key switches to use the program. I just kind of have them set up in different areas, so that it'll make it easier for me to actually get what I want. All right, so this is what I actually set up for the BBC Orchestra. This is my track templates. So if you're not using track templates, I don't know what you're doing, man. Just do it. It makes it so much easier for you to actually get things done. And the way you can actually save on your usage of like your instruments, this button here that says archive on, this will actually help you out a lot, tremendously. If you're not using, if you actually have things like say this orchestral thing in here, and you're not using all of them, this is a great way to save your PC usage. So I have to actually activate it. This is a wonderful library of sounds. If you don't have it, you just need to download it. The trick with this one is this BBC Orchestra, which is from Spitfire Audio. So if you go to Spitfire Audio's website, it'll give you an option to say, hey, if you wanna download this right now, pay $40. If you want to wait 2 weeks, then wait 2 weeks and get it for free. So I chose to wait the 2 weeks. I wasn't in a rush to actually get it, but if you are in a rush to get it, download it for $40. It is a great library. They did an awesome job with it. You have your different sections in here, your exactly how like an orchestra would be set up for your violins, one, your violas, your cellos, and your like brass stuff over here, another kind of horn section, your percussions, and then you have like your flutes and wind instruments here. It's a really nice plugin. Definitely suggest that you download it, get it. It'll help out a lot if you're doing like a lot of orchestral music, or if you even want to add that orchestral element into your you know, your beats, your trap beats, or your hip-hop beats, or even like your lo-fi beats, whatever you're actually making. It'll help out a lot. All right, and moving right along, those who know or watch my channel know this is one of my go-tos, Sotila. Really good drum programming, and it starts off with your basic clean 808. You can actually add your own kits in here. You can just drag and drop your audio from wherever into Sotila. You can do a search for things in here. You can do a map. You can even do triggers and chokes in here. Like, it's ridiculous, yo, how many things you can kind of do for this little sequencer. You can actually shape your sound. You have your volume, your pan, your compression. This is a must-have for Cakewalk. At least for me, it was. I don't know if you've actually found another way around it to actually get your drums into Cakewalk. If you have, definitely leave a link below. Love to find out and see what you guys are actually using. This actually also gives you the option to do outs. So you have 16 outs for each one of the channels here, and you can make them into your own line. I've actually done such things, so I'm going to delete this one here. And if you actually have been watching any of mine, you know that I have my Sotila drum kit set up, and it'll actually just pull all the drum kits, all my my drums in here, and I have it set up to where the MIDI is actually where I trigger everything. And as you see, it goes on each line. So each one of them has their own assignments, and I like to use this in the step sequencer and just kind of do what it do. All right, and this, my friends, is a oldie but goodie, the Ample Guitar 2 Lite. By far the best free guitar plugin I've actually used. And it has like different switches, and down here it gives you options for like your strokes and how you actually want your strokes to actually be. It actually gives you like a legato mode to do switches. So I mean, it gives you a whole bunch of different things. It even gives you like a strummer section where you can actually do some strumming. So if you turn this on, and I mean, and this is free, so just you know, the possibilities are, man, yeah, it's a really great tool. If you don't have it, definitely go get it, download it. Like I said, it is free. It's from Ample Guitar. This is the M Lite. I probably need to update my version, but really great VST plugin for guitar. If you're one of those guys who likes guitars, like I know a lot of people are using this for like their like R&B melodies. A lot of people use it in FL. I've seen people use it all the time. If they don't have an actual guitar, they use something like this to actually make that or emulate that guitar sound. And like I said, it gives you your key switches and things. So really, really great tool to have. It is one of those things that I love to have. And like I said, it's absolutely free. All right, and this here is Itoa Mini. First time I seen anybody using this was Bongonzo. Shout out Bongonzo. This is a really nice trap VST. So if you do a lot of like trap beats and things like that, or hip hop kind of beats, this would be a good plugin for you to download. It comes with sounds as you see. It gives you some 808s. I wouldn't really suggest to use the 808s. They're not that great, but it still gives you a whole bunch of different things in here. You have bells, you have guitars, you have keys, and the pads are really good. You have plucks, you have synths, and you even have drum kits. So this is what makes this a really great plugin. So it has a really nice sound. It has like, it gives you an option for cutoff and some added reverb, attack, release. But if you needed to, you can actually make a whole beat just using this one VST. Like that's how good this thing actually is. So if I wanted to, I can make a whole beat out of it with just this. And it has a actual trap drums. I mean, the drums are not too shabby. So, and it gives you an option for gain and pan and stuff like that in here. So really, really good plugin. I suggest to download this if you are doing more hip hop, trap type beats. It has a lot of nice sounds in here, a lot of like nice drum kits. If you're not actually able to find your own drums, this would be a good substitution for that to actually get you going. All right. And last but not least, Complete Control, or you can call it Complete Start. You can actually get free instruments and different applications. It comes with a whole bunch of different sounds for free from native instruments. So I mean, you can do like different pads, vocals, sounds. All these things are actually in here. And I have my added library from the contact library that I have. It also gives you loops. So this option here would be loops, and in here would be like your sound. So this is where I usually do my kicks and 808s and drums if I need to. I have my favorites. Really, really nice stuff. I believe these are like from the battery packs that I actually have. But Complete Control is like a must-have. So in here, it actually gives you an option for the sampler. It gives you an option to do a loop. So if you want to do a loop, and this is how you know right here, this thing here is where you are actually using your loop. This is your endpoint. This is your start point. So if you wanted to cut the sample, you can move your start points or endpoints. You can use the loop to actually do a loop. You have a one shot, so it'll just play straight through. You have an option for ADSR, which most people actually use for your attack, decay, sustain, release. You have your pitch here, so if you want to actually tune your 808s. If you come up here, you have options for you have your legato, you have your glide and how much you want to actually make it glide. You have your pitch bend. You have different engines, so it'll do like a SP1200. And these are all these things that are actually just set up inside here. So if you want to do your pitch envelope, you have a pitch envelope. You have your filters. You can actually do like the drive to your actual 808s from here. You can do filters of where low pass and high pass filters. You can do your modulation, so you can actually do your attack, decay, sustain, release from here and do some pitch and drive It's like all these things are actually in this complete control. It gives you an option to actually change your keys, so you can actually do like hi-hat rolls and different trap things in there if you wanted to, or you can just do one shots and actually add the one shots in there and add different kinds of effects to it. Really great plugin. I suggest this highly. This is like, without this plugin, Sotila, I would not be using Cakewalk, just to let y'all know. That's how much this this actual VST means to me, actually making beats inside of Cakewalk, because without it I wouldn't be making them. So that kind of pretty much wraps up I think my favorites and the most necessary plugins that I have, or VSTs I should say, inside of Cakewalk. If you did like or enjoyed, definitely like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll let you know when I drop another video. But once again, it's your boy X.E.L. Till next time, people. Peace.